how you'd look living on different planets. Ever wondered what it'd be like living on another planet? Imagine stepping onto a world with strange landscapes and unfamiliar conditions. Join us as we explore how our appearance would change if we called these distant planets home. In this video, we dive into the other 7 planets in our solar system and even Pluto. Each planet has its own challenges and potential for life. We'll uncover the surprising ways our bodies would transform to adapt and survive. So, why should you watch it? Because it lets you imagine the incredible diversity of the universe and sparks curiosity about what lies beyond our planet. It makes us question what it means to be alive and pushes us to dream about life on other planets. Number 1. Mars. Since Mars is farther from the Sun and has less gravity than Earth, we would see less sunshine there. Mars also has a thin atmosphere, so there's no magnetic field to protect anything from radiation. Strong winds can cause dust storms that make the whole world shake, and the dust keeps falling for months afterwards. How would you look? You'd probably be tall and strong to make up for the low gravity, and you'd have bigger eyes to see the faraway sun better. To protect itself from radiation, your body would have to switch from melanin to carotenoids, which are what give carrots, tomatoes, and oranges their colors. So you'd probably look like an orange. We can think of anything, so we chose to give the Martian a more human look. Number 2. Jupiter. Since there isn't really land on Jupiter, it might be hard to live there. The whole world is made of gas, but that doesn't mean it's just a big cloud floating in space. If you go deeper into its atmosphere, the gas gets thicker and becomes liquid. So one of Jupiter's layers is an ocean made of hydrogen rather than water. How would you look? With high pressure, extreme temperatures, and a fluid environment. We'll have to learn from deep water people who live in similar conditions, but on a smaller scale. We'd be big isopods with shells to keep the radiation from Jupiter away from us. Number 3. Saturn. Like Jupiter, which is also made of gas, Saturn is a huge cloud of hydrogen and helium with no solid land and strong winds. It gets tighter inside like Jupiter, but its core is much smaller. Its famous rings are made up of many small pieces of ice, so nothing can live on them. The normal density of Saturn is less than that of water, so this huge planet could float in a pool if there was one big enough. How would you look? In Saturn's thick fog, the only way to move is to flop around like a jellyfish. You'd have a bell in the shape of an umbrella to help you move up, and you wouldn't have a skeleton, so it wouldn't get crushed by the pressure. Number 4. Mercury. Mercury has a hard time. This tiny world is the one that is closest to the Sun. Because of this, the Sun's rays are 7 times stronger here than they are on Earth, and no sunscreen can protect against this. The temperature on Mercury is very extreme, going from 430 degrees C, 800 degree F, during the day, to 180 degrees C, minus 290 degrees Fahrenheit, at night. Meteorites rain down all the time, and there are constant shocks. Plus, there is no air or environment to breathe. How would you look? These conditions are too harsh for flesh and bone to handle. So instead, the people here would be made of something like titanium, which is a hard metal. Since you wouldn't need a way to breathe, your pretty metal face wouldn't have a nose. And all this sun exposure would probably make your eyes look like thick sunglasses. Number 5. Venus. Venus is one of the toughest places to live, if not the toughest. Here, it's a scorching 880 degree F, 471 degrees C, and the air is so thick that it makes a greenhouse effect. The surface is dry and full of shocks, such as lightning, volcanoes, and storm winds. And to top it all off, the pressure here makes you feel like you're 1 mile underwater, giving you a headache that never goes away. How would you look? Microbes are the only things that could possibly live on Venus, which is a sad fact. Venus eats everything, even metal, so any human ship will be destroyed quickly. And Venus has phosphine in its air, which is dangerous for anything that needs oxygen to live but is good for bacteria. Number 6. Uranus and Neptune. Uranus and Neptune are cold, dark, and have strong winds. They are mostly made of methane, water, and ammonia. They don't have a fixed top, and their atmospheres slowly mix with the water around their cores. Everything here is more pressed down by gravity than it is on Earth. How would you look? If gravity was strong, you'd be shorter and stockier with more muscles and thicker skin to protect you from the cold. And since the climate is always changing, the best bet is a cosmic whale or manatee that floats around the blue planets. To endure the cold temperatures, you would need thicker skin that provides effective insulation. And your skin might be covered in specialized layers or coatings designed to retain heat and protect against the frigid environment. Number 7. Pluto. The planet-like object farthest from the Sun is, as you might expect, covered in ice and has weak gravity and a thin atmosphere. From Pluto, the Sun is just a dot in the sky, like the Moon is for Earth, so there isn't much light going on. Scientists, on the other hand, think that Pluto may have a water ocean and better weather under its surface. How would you look? Let's learn from insects and fish that have antifreeze built right into their bodies. When there is less gravity, our muscles and bones get smaller and the room between our spine gets bigger. This makes us bigger. Your stance would also change because your spine wouldn't have much to do. So you'd probably be tall, thin, and a little bit like a spider, with long, thin legs and a bent backbone. Throughout this exploration, we visited Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Mercury, Venus, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. We've imagined how our bodies would change in these distant worlds. From taller and stronger beings on Mars to metal-based creatures on Mercury, we'd undergo remarkable transformations to fit in. This journey helps us appreciate the delicate balance that keeps our Earth alive. The extreme conditions on other planets remind us of the beauty and uniqueness of our own fragile planet. It motivates us to protect our homes and cherish the wonders of the universe. We hope this journey has sparked your curiosity about the vast universe around us. Now it's your turn to join the conversation. Do you agree with these imagined transformations, or do you have different ideas about how we'd look on these planets? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video and want to explore more fascinating videos about our universe, remember to like and subscribe to Space Lounge. By doing so, you'll stay up to date with our latest content and become part of a community passionate about unraveling the mysteries of space. Thank you for joining us on this amazing adventure.